Alright, good evening everyone and welcome back to RPM Season 5. It's Wednesday again, so Championship Division time, and this week we are heading to Saudi Arabia on the coast of the Red Sea for the high-speed Jeddah Corniche circuit for round 5 of the Championship season. We've got 25 laps tonight around this 3.8 mile circuit, 27 corners, the most on any Formula 1 circuit. 16 to the left and 11 to the right, 3 DRS zones, and high-speed nature. 80% of the lap distance is at full throttle. As always, I'm joined tonight by Ferrari Premier driver Luke. Hello, Luke. Are you with us, mate?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm good. I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, looking from my side, I can hear you. We'll do some... Yeah, this is good. We'll do some adjusting as we go. Because... Yes, I've also just noticed the guys started the lobby prematurely, so everyone's left.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, there was only half a lobby, so we've got more time than we originally thought, which is always nice. Yeah, as the race goes on, we'll get some feedback off people in the chat and see how you're sounding, but for now I can see you coming through, so I know that they can hear you at least for the meantime. So yeah, all things going well, we're back again, a third of the way through Saudi Arabia. What did you make of last week, first of all, and what do you think is going to happen tonight?
I think it will be chaos because Saudi Arabia is a very tricky track. We practiced it without damage and couldn't help but notice how much I hit the wall. Now the damage is on, so it's hoping to see if people can survive this track, because it is very difficult.
Yeah, you're right. It is very difficult. I've had a few practice laps in the bank today, and although I got round in the end, there was definitely a few spills. Now I've just listened. I can hear you on the stream, so we're good to go.
Yeah, that's great.
Colin's with us. Evening, Colin. Good luck, Ferrari, as you would expect. And I haven't got an invite yet. Have you?
Oh, I have it as well. I think Spritzy is the one.
Yeah, I will wait for it. I will wait for it. Luke's mic is quiet. Cool. I'll bump him up. I'll just go as we go, Colin. So if you can just keep letting me know once cars are on track as well. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked with all this new stuff. Let's quickly run through the tables as we were, and you can see there we're not quite in the lobby yet, so we're going to have a delayed start. So Alfa Romeo, after I think it was a double podium last week, sit top of the table, and the gap extending 43 points off Red Bull, who are obviously having a good time. And I mean, as you mentioned last week, Luke, the midfield pack is the closest really, from 3rd to 6th.
Yeah, I'm noticing that as well. I think Alfa Romeo made a big jump from Japan, was it? They got consistently on the podium, and I think even a race win, so they're jumping up. But yeah, in the middle from, I think you can say Alpine to Ferrari, it's fairly close after 4 rounds. It's good to see. I think this will continue as well.
Just a reminder for there you go, you've done it, nice one. Yeah, no, you're right, you're absolutely right. I don't know if you've noticed, we got a message in the McLaren chat the other day. Jono has left us, and Kieran, the Premier Reserve driver, now has a permanent seat in the Championship division. So looking at McLaren at the bottom of that table is a sore sight. I mean, they're as far away from anyone as anybody else is, and they're at the bottom. So it'll be good to get Kieran on board, hopefully bring some points home tonight properly, because as we'll see, the drivers table, obviously Jono with 2 DNSs. I think they were unnotified DNSs, hence the switch, but no points scored, unfortunate start, and now he's been replaced.
I think he didn't have the best of times in the first 4 rounds, and I'm not sure if did he actually leave the whole RPM, or?
I'm not sure. I think well, Spritzy just said that due to 2 unnotified absences, he's now been replaced. So basically that sounds like the political way of saying he's been given the boot and we've got someone else in who's actually going to drive.
yeah, and in Kieran you got a good one because
Exactly.
we practice with him and
Yep.
he's a good driver. So
He is. So fingers crossed for him tonight. I'd love to see him get some good points. Obviously, being the Premier Reserve, he might have some pace, and well, he does have some pace. But let's hope the nerves don't get the better of him on a busy grid. Hopefully, he can score some good points. And on the flip side of the table, you can see where that Alfa Romeo challenge is coming from. Obviously, at the top of the table, 3 consecutive podiums for Dyno, and 5 podiums for the team altogether in comparison.
I am the steward, but I forgot if I have had any penalties or position changes because of it. But yeah, I'm noticing Don has won the race again, but then he's DNF'd twice. So I think he is here again. But I'm looking forward to see what he can do because he's on the back foot now, but he surely has the pace to win.
Yeah, absolutely. Had an unlucky race last time out, and obviously all the chaos of the sprint and the chaos of the weather and all that stuff. I think everyone endured at different points during the week. But Rodo, particularly, he's back on top after 2 weeks without a podium. Still some good points of P4 and a P6, and he's 24 points clear of Dyno. So Dyno really needs a good result tonight. Realistically, he needs another podium, which I'm sure he'll get if he can stay out of trouble, but you never know what's going to happen on this kind of circuit.
And we have got 2 drivers on 99 as well. So that's
where was that? I missed that one.
Place.
The 5th? Oh yeah, of course. Wow, yeah. I missed that one.
Check on that.
So yeah, the Red Bull and the Alpha, keeping it tight. And was it last week Spritz you missed or the week before? I'm trying to find him there.
The week before.
Oh no, the week before, yeah.
Belgium,
that's all good. And a quick look at the Altiers Championship then, while these guys have got into the lobby, only a few minutes behind, so that's probably worked out well for us. Ferrari lead, Aston Martin very close behind, and Mercedes and McLaren almost, well, they're just about as close as the 2 in front of them, so still tight, only 50 points from 1st to 4th. And then the gaps start appearing more and more down the grid. Still Williams struggling down there at the bottom. And we've already got some support for Alpine in the chat, so hopefully they can bring home some points as well.
Yeah. I'm looking at the chat and I see some guys joining us again. Organic, we race him as well. He's got RPM in front of him now. He say Kieran got it from his dad. So I'm assuming Inorganic is dad of Kieran, or am I wrong for this?
Well, no, that makes sense, because them two, I've noticed, have been sort of typing as a pair on occasion. They've been saying, you know, he's in as well. It's like, so they definitely know each other, and that would make sense if someone else is saying that. Then no, Luke's mic is quiet, Brian. Okay, I'll bump them up even more. Here we go, turning the cog, and hopefully that'll be okay. Right. Well, just like that, obviously a little bit frantic tonight, but we've got cars out on track. So now I need another comment from you guys in chat with these engines. Is if I go on board, that will be a better sense of Luke's mic. So as we go, just let us know and we can try it again.
And myself, do I need to up my microphone? I don't think I can, because I have it to the max.
Well, I'm comparing our sound, and I go about 5 decibels further than you do. So, if I bring that up...
I'll have a check then.
It's not peaking, so I think I can probably give it a few more beans, to be honest.
Oh wait, is it better now? Is it higher?
I didn't notice anything. Oh wait, is Spritzy out already? What's happening there?
Yeah.
What's happened there? Has he crashed? Or does he retired in the pit because he doesn't fancy qualifying?
That could be the case. But I think I up... what do I need to change? The input or the output?
Colin's saying it's better, so...
Oh, so we stick with that then.
Yeah. You know what, I may as well... I'll put you on max. This is as loud as I can put him, so That's what we'll go with. So, we also have Ngornik saying that Kieran is his son, Higgsy's also involved in the family, and Colin joking that they'll be taking over the whole team soon, which, hey, if you bring more numbers, you probably will.
It's quite fun actually, because I'm not sure how old Kieran is. Might be my age.
Well, I couldn't answer that, so I'm not sure.
I'm raising a dad and a son duo. That's quite cool.
I'm trying to
we
find
missed a lot
someone
of
who's
action,
about to start a lap. I think it's going to be... Stebo's on a lap. Who's this coming across the line then? Is this the Ferrari?
The Alfa
He's
Romeo is the
finishing
first one.
both. Okay, Tonchak's about to finish his lap, and he posts a 1:29.6. Where's Kieran? Because it would be good to get his lap. Let's ride on board with Kieran while he sets his first hot lap in the championship division, his first permanent driver seat. And I've got no reference times. Do we have tasks
Oh, I
tonight,
forgot.
Luke, or have we given up on that?
No, I think we forgot in all the hectic.
No, that's absolutely fine. It wasn't very useful
So-
anyway, so that's alright.
So I noticed something yesterday, and I think it was said on stream as well. Track limit abuse. Now, I don't know if you heard of it at this track, but I think it's not sure which corner
Yeah,
it
there's
is,
that
but
many
it's
of
just
them.
before the split. Just before the split of sector 1, I think.
Okay. On the
Where
exit
Booty
curve?
is now. Booty has done just that. If you go wide, but you have to lift a bit, but if you go flat again, you don't get a warning.
Ah,
You do gain time, I think. So
and that's being watched out for then, I assume.
I think it is, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, I haven't noticed that because I've been trying my best to sort of muscle memory my way onto the right line. But, you know, if you drift out there, you know, I mean, it's the game, isn't it, really? What can you do on a game like this? But anyway, let's run down the times because Rodo, in the meantime, and Booty have both beaten that time by Tonchak. Kieran with a 1:29.8, so only a few tenths behind pole position, which is a good lap. A good start a lap before the track ramps up. I'd like to get Spritzy. Well, he won't come in the stream, I don't imagine, but I'd love to know why he's retired. Obviously, Puggy is the usual. Sorry, got the hiccups there. Puggy's the usual suspect.
Yeah, because
Spritzy,
he's
that's
got a pole
surprising.
position already.
And Don,
And Don, there he is. I said it before.
big returns.
He has some pace.
Exactly, nearly 2 tenths difference. So a good lap to open it. Now I need to start following more people because
We're entering the street circuit part of the season.
is just bonking off the wall.
He's invalidated again, or was that before?
This is happening. I think he's going to cross the line and put down his first time. Now he comes into the box. He's invalidated his lap, which I only just noticed a bit too late. Schnitzy and Riker are out on their laps, so let's just ride on board, or off board even, and see what they can do.
I'm noticing Stebo as well. He's put a lap time on the mediums, and he is in P10. So
That's
if he goes to the soft,
yeah, he's going to improve on that, isn't he?
it's gonna be. I'm not sure what the time gained is on the soft compared to the medium, but
No, he won't.
I think it's
Well,
quite high.
yes, he might have done actually. He's in the pit now, and he's on the soft tyre, but that may have changed.
yeah, he's put on the soft. I
Yeah.
think.
Okay, so Riker is about to start his lap. So we can ride on board with him, finally, for a full on-board lap. 100-metre board. We can take a lot of curve on the entry and the exit, which he chooses not to do. And very, very late braking zone. I'm not even going to try and name these corners because there's just far too many of them.
Yeah.
Tricky sector 1. Obviously on a high-speed track you want low downforce, but you need a bit of downforce to get yourself through here in good time. Takes it nice and safely for his first lap. Doesn't want to hit a wall. That's obviously the danger around here. High speed Monaco.
Was quite close to the wall in the first sector, but they've widened the track a bit here. Still a clean lap for now, but I'm not sure what these times are compared to the other drivers.
Yeah, we won't see any mini sector times because he hasn't posted a time yet. So I think he's I can't remember who I was watching earlier. Someone was about half a second quicker, I think, at this stage of the lap. So he might be looking for a mid-pack time here. We'll soon see. Good braking there, to be fair. Late. Let's watch on then. Yeah, there we go. Not the greatest lap time.
Yeah, that is... No.
30.7.
Snitchy behind, invalidated.
Wow, so he hasn't set his time yet either. And...
It's Booty on the lap again.
Yeah, someone's about to cross the line, is it? Yeah,
Oh,
Rodo.
Booty 2.5 tenths up on the first sector.
Okay, wow, so he is currently... That's good enough for pole, as it stands.
I'm not sure where Rodo is in the lap. Oh, he's just starting his lap.
Yeah, I've got Rodo on board. We'll ride on with him and see how he improves through the first sector. Obviously, the track ramping up after we've had 19 cars go around a few times each.
I'll keep an eye out on Booty then. Oh, it's purple in sector 2. There's a Red Bull in the way. I think this will be... Oh!
Check out of nowhere. There you go, 129.2, so another 10th gained. Rodo.
There comes Booty.
Oh, another one. Wow, another 2 tenths gained. Love to see it. Someone's going to break into the 128s, and it could be Rodo. I'm going to continue to ride on board with him. We'll watch the rest of the times come in. He's 3 tenths up. So, and he's gone wide. It's not invalidated, but I've lost him a lot of time. I think he's backed out. Oh, and a Haas. Difficult corner if you grab that curb on the previous corner. It can sometimes unstable the car and drift out into the wall. We've got a Mercedes about across the line. We're starting the lap.
Yeah. So the other Alfa Romeo has gone to P4 then. He's also good. I'm looking, Haas has gone purple, so he's also quick. He's 9 tenths off pole, so... See, final corner. A bit wide. The line, short line. It's a small improvement.
Yeah.
Or it's a big improvement with not a lot of positions. Oh, Kieran in the McLaren as well.
All the guys flying now. I should probably catch up with these guys before they cross the line. Try and find them. No, I can't. Kieran's about to cross the line. Moves from P10 to P8.
That's a good improvement.
And yellow flags. See coming in or starting on that box, and the Red Bull continues. I'm out of sync with all these guys.
I was watching Matt, and Wardy was a bit in the way on the last corner, so time could be improved.
Dragos, the next driver, over the line. He's all the way down in P13, 4 tenths away from one position, but he moves all the way up with an 8-tenth improvement up to P7, so a better lap. Not quite where you'll want to be, but a good lap nonetheless. 6 drivers ahead of him, and there's a yellow flag. It's the Ferrari, but I think...
Yeah, he's gone to P2. We didn't notice it, but he's on the softs now, and he's gone to P2. So good lap from him. I'm looking to see who else is on the lap, but I think it's Stubby.
Yeah, Steve-O's in the pit lane. Let's see, there's an Aston Martin following him in behind. He's also coming into the pit lane. Everyone taking it nice and easy coming to the pit lane. No one seems to be rushing in. Is it Don? Yes, Don's about to finish. No, he's not. He's coming into the pits. Okay.
T-Bow's, Stubby, sorry, is behind.
And Stubby moves up to P6.
Yeah,
Big
P6.
improvement. Good lap for him. 1:29.4. Lots of close times in the midfield there. Only a tenth or two separating 6 or 7 drivers.
Yeah, I think everyone is on an out lap or in.
Yes, you are right. The 3 drivers without a lap are all heading around again, and who's this? The other Mercedes is about to come into the pit lane, I think. Yes, he is. So we'll watch these guys who haven't set a lap, Cosmo, Schnitzy and Freefall. And Freefall is the furthest ahead, so let's keep an eye on these 3. I'd be surprised if they were able to set another time after these, so this may be their last runs.
I think so, because the lap time is quite long. And it could be 2 laps, but depending on the fuel and saving of ERS. But tire wear is quite high on the softs.
It is, yeah, absolutely is. So there'll be, again, no tyre data to compare to. We can only look at what they're doing. Unfortunately, Freefall missed the apex there through that sort of dipping camber section. And now he heads through the left, right, left. Was it? Left, right, right, left. Yeah, left, right, left to sector 1.
You could just say left, right in any order, and
you're probably
there's a high
right.
chance you get it correct.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Purple in sector 1. Now I don't know if that's
I think that was Freefall.
actually purple, but yeah. He's been quite unlucky, I think, this season, because we haven't seen much of him.
Yeah, he's yet to score points as well, I think, unfortunately. So he'll be hoping. Again, you never know, this triple header of street circuits might serve a lot of people well. They might enjoy that kind of thing. So we could definitely see some people optimizing these next 3 tracks, and other people at the top, you know, they might not like it the same.
Yeah, I mean, I missed one of them, so I'm not...
Bodes well for McLaren, as Freefall only posts P14, not inside the 29s yet. We've got Cosmo next across the line. He's going to put himself up to P15, so still behind Freefall.
Yeah, Schnitzy then.
Schnitzy is coming through sector 3 now. If Kieran had let up just slightly, he could have given his teammate a tow, but nevertheless, he's going to put his foot to the floor. And the final guy left to set a time with not much time remaining puts himself P5. Oh. That's a good lap. Great lap.
Good lap, yeah.
Obviously, it might change. All the drivers making their way around now. But he can't complain with that for just one run.
Oh! Kieran hit the wall and invalidated, but also on Williams in front of him, so I think that's him done. Or is there enough time left to go for it again? But first, the Alfa Romeo is up on that time. Can they challenge for pole once again?
I'm on board with Tonchak. Here we go then. Only 2 and a bit tenths off pole position. Let's see. Yes. 999. Into the 28 by 1,000th of a second. I mean, you love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Who's next? We've got the Red Bull.
Done. More improvements. It's Matt.
Matt's starting
Matt's
a lap.
just starting it. Yeah.
Steve also starting. Everyone else seems to just be starting as well. Rodo.
Would he invalidate? I think he's done because he can't make it. Oh, and he spun just as I said that. He won't get pole then. He's looking like he would have got pole there, but
Kieran boxes. He hasn't made it round in time, I don't think.
Same for Wardy. Wardy's in.
Cosmo's in.
This
There's
is
a lot to
also
keep track
McLaren
of
is
here.
done.
Here we go. Then Huss is finishing his lap and he goes P4 from P10. So he puts himself on the second row, drops Don down, who is still on a lap. So Don can say something about that. There's 3 minutes remaining and all those guys on a lap get a chance to finish theirs.
Oh, 5 tenths up. Oh, he
He
invalidates.
invalidated. Oh, and lucky for Don. He's in danger of dropping down positions, I think. Dino's coming now. Right behind him.
Looking, I think Don is finishing his lap, so I'm just looking to see what
And
his time would have
Dino,
been.
has Dino come off throttle? Yes, Dino's done. Who's that, Matt? Yes, Matt's going to look to pick up a slipstream perhaps. No, he lets him go. He needs
So
a big
Don
improvement.
his time would have been
Matt.
at 28.6.
Up one position. Is anybody
That's
else still
incredible.
running? Mercedes. Yes, Dragos has an opportunity. He's a couple of tenths away from a decent position. I haven't seen his sector times and he does not move. He stays in P10.
Stubby behind.
Stubby, yeah. The guy who many said was underrated in this week's press room, which we'll cover if we get a safety car, obviously. And Stubby moves up onto the second row. Huge, huge increase there at 1:29.0. So only one driver managed to get into the 28. So well done to Tonchek for that. And I believe that is everything. That is everyone else, right? Smith's still on a lap.
Oh. But, oh, he's lost his way.
Oh, is he? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's
But,
on a 2
yeah.
minute. It's a 2:14 lap. I should have noticed that. So that's it then. He's gonna cross the line
Don't
anyway,
check on pole.
which makes sense. Get it out of the way with. Yeah, so Tonchek, the Alfa Romeo driver, on pole, closely followed by Booty, Stubby and Stebo to round out the front two grids. Championship leader down in P9, so not a great qualifying for him.
Oh. I think it's his first lap as well, because I think he did a 29.4 as his first lap.
Oh right, so he wasn't able to improve.
Yeah.
There it is.
But,
Then the session's finished, so we'll be back underway with some racing shortly.
So Tonchek and Booty on the front row, very close gaps. Stubby in P3, and Stebo in P4. Then we got Haas in P5, Don in P6, Dino in P7, Snitsy in P8. Good qualifying from the McLaren. Lolo down in P9, Dragos in P10, Kieran in P11. His first championship qualifying. Then the Red Bull's quite disappointing in P12 and P17. Hardy is in P13, Smith is in P14, Freefall in 15, 16 is Cosmo, and then Spritzy and Pluggy didn't set a lap.
Yeah, disappointing that, especially from Spritzy. I would have liked to see him give it a crack, but you never know, mate. The last to first, we've seen it done before. Yeah, of course, there Rodo's lap invalidated. He was half a second up after the first two sectors, so that would have put him in a great position, but not to be on this occasion. And we'll be led away.
Yeah, I know. I was watching Don there, and his lap time would have been at 28.6 with that invalidation. So,
Wow, okay.
of without the invalidation, he would have been in pole. So he
Wow,
will be
big time.
quite disappointed, but he has the pace. No rain, I think.
Surely not. And Saudi Arabia.
You never know. They can create rain, or is that not Saudi Arabia?
I don't know.
They might have, but no, I don't think it will rain. Would be a surprise.
I'm going to check what the World Cup scores are while we wait, because I saw it was 1-0.
I was watching it as well, but I think France is up 1-0.
Probably more by now, surely. No, just 1-0 still. Wow.
It's just after the break, I think.
Yeah, we are indeed. So, who have you got? Do you reckon Argentina or France?
France, but then there's another reason why I chose that. But It has to do with my nationality, maybe.
First.
But but yeah, we have a lot of Moroccan people here in the Netherlands, so it's quite crazy to see them go so far in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, Argentina, I wouldn't mind if they had won it before, but after the the game against the Netherlands, I could say my opinions changed a bit on them, but still, if they
Yeah,
won
that
it, then
was
fair enough. They,
that was a bad game. Very, very
yeah,
dirty
but to
game.
be fair, uh, as a person watching it, it was so stressful because I had given up after the 2-0, and then the 2-2 came, and that was crazy.
Yeah.
The penalties, you miss the first two penalties, you know it's over, but you still keep the hope.
Yeah, well, I
But
mean,
it
you're
wasn't
missing
until
penalties in the shootouts, and we're missing penalties in the real game. So, you know,
yeah,
that was a bad night. I mean, I don't want France to win, just to make that clear. They won the last one. They've had enough, and they knocked England out. So why would I want that?
yeah, that's true.
Um,
I wanted to Croatia. I think they are a great nation. So,
yeah, true. Again,
but
similarly to Morocco. I mean, obviously Croatia did well
yeah,
last time, but I love an underdog. But I also like Messi.
yeah, yeah. I think Messi is. I mean, he's the greatest footballer there is.
Exactly.
The It's just Argentina and stuff. I mean, if they win, fair enough. They have been the better team, but it still stings because we could have been there.
Yeah, absolutely.
If we won the penalties. But
Yeah, it
yeah,
comes down
we
to
just
those
have to
penalties.
forget that.
And just like that, almost perfectly timed, we got the Alfa Romeo leading them round the final corner, and he'll put himself on the front row. Hopefully, we will stay out of trouble. Hopefully, we'll avoid safety cars for as long as we can. I'm not sure if that will be the case, but we can always cross our fingers.
Yep.
Brian letting us know that Messi does indeed equal GOAT, which I can't really argue with. And Richie hoping for a Stevo podium, which, hey, you never know. You never know.
It's close. 4 people on the hearts. I'm quite surprised by that because
Yeah, I haven't reviewed the tyres yet, actually. So we'll check those out.
I know from personal that the hearts aren't the best tire here, so.
So this is the same angle that Fretty had last night, so it'll switch eventually, but we'll watch the lights. At least we can see the lights this time. And we'll see the lights go out, and we'll catch them just before the braking zone. So the back markers are arriving in their grid slots. We'll have a green flag at the back shortly. There it is, and the lights are on. We've got 3 lights. And, oh, they've been held for a little while. They've all got away. Let's see when the camera switches over, because I can't see a thing. Here we go. We've got an Alpha Tauri in the lead and contact. Oh God.
It's a big
Oh
collision.
dear. Big collision.
Oh,
Lots of cars involved there. Yellow flags are out. No safety car yet. Let's see where we stand then. So Booty's taking the lead.
So what's happened in the back then? Because a lot of people.
Yeah. Most people seem to have got away. Thankfully, I'm looking for a wheel.
Oh, it's a McLaren. Let's
see. Oh, and a
a
Ferrari.
This is
Everyone's still got a front wing, I think. Schnitzy with a horrible start there, down 11 places.
Oh, I think Spritzy has lost his wing, or did I? Yeah, parts of his wing.
Let's do the front wing check. Everyone seems okay so far.
Big gaps already in the start. Stubby had a collision into turn 1, and now he's still in P6, so quite surprising.
Yeah, so the biggest gainer there was Puggy from the back, which is good. And we've got Cosmo making a move up the inside. Makes contact with the wall, goes very deep. Puggy's probably going to get the position back from carrying a little bit more momentum, but Cosmo's gone defensive and started to use his ERS. He's backed out of it now. And there's a fight between Kieran and Matt in the final braking zone. Long train of them now.
Matt had a good start as well.
As Booty crosses the line, yeah, a good start indeed. Up 5 places. Stebo, Rodo, and Smith, the only drivers to hold on to their position. Oh, and again up the inside. Kieran gives him the room. Matt takes the position.
Oh, Rodos was following through on Kieran, but he stays behind.
I love seeing a McLaren challenge for some points, I must say. Through sector 1 we
Get
go
that.
again. Ooh, a little bit wide. Could be track limits 1 in there. And now let's look at those gaps. Oh,
Smith.
Smith and Puggy. Usually
Good
done.
overtake. Snitsy is also going for it. So I think Dragos also had a wing change because he was in. Oh, it's a yellow.
Yellow flag. Who's that? It's Dino.
Oh, Dino.
He's facing the wrong way. Oh God.
This will be interesting. I hope he doesn't get disqualified.
He has been disqualified.
Yeah.
There you go. So.
Number 2 driver is out.
Yeah, that changes the championship big time. So there's the first one. Both the constructors and the drivers. Such a competitive driver disqualified. I mean, it's an unfortunate thing in the game, but realistically, you can't drive backwards on a circuit. So
especially street circuit. So
exactly. I missed where he was. He probably didn't have a choice, but that's unfortunately the outcome. So the first retiree of the race is a championship contender, so he'll be very disappointed with that. And Matt and Kieran still dueling. In the meantime, Kieran had got the place back, but he's lost it again in the same corner as last lap. On to lap 3 now.
oh, track limits as well. Matt needs to watch out. No penalty so far. Just as I said that.
Yeah, that's the first for Rodo.
I was on board with him as well, so it's a bit of a commentator's curse then.
With Smith closing in as well. Little gap starting to appear. The front two are already 2.5 seconds clear of the Aston Martin. And Matt, as we've already seen, has had a great start, but he's got pressure behind from Kieran, who probably won't let this position up, especially under DRS, but Kieran's having to use a lot more ERS to stay in behind him. He's going to get a good run here, and he's going to deploy some ERS. There's a chance he makes a move for the braking zone. Let's watch on. Oh, Matt defends hard.
It's a bit of a... yeah.
Around the outside, the Red Bull goes. Touches the wall, I think, on the exit.
Did he hit the wall? Yeah. Too close.
He's going to go for it again. Defends the outside.
Oh, someone has gone round.
Oh,
it's
he's right
Hush.
on the racing line.
Oh.
Blocks Matt.
Enjoy
What's
it.
Kieran going to make of this? 3 wide. Oh, and he squeezed Kieran. Oh, dear me. Pack of 5. All hunting for the positions there.
One hit the back of Rodo, but he just stay on track. This has become a close fight now.
Absolutely. The lead also in contention. I'll keep my eyes on that, but I'm going to stay with this pack for now. It's going to be very interesting when we get to the end of the lap. People making moves into the only one of 2 heavy braking zones around this circuit. So really, you've got 2 major overtaking opportunities.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you get a good drag through sector 2, you'll also be able to make a move there at some stage.
Call it saying, can we see the tires? And
Yes, absolutely.
so,
So 3 drivers on the hards. The rest of the field on the medium tyre. Smith and Riker have swapped positions. Oh, and Smith's gone deep. And Riker picks up the position again.
there's Kieran now. Oh, Rodo is also looking for it. There's Don. 4 cars. They're still in the same position. How is that possible?
Oh, and there's Stubby retires boxing. Never mind. What?
Yeah,
He
I
must
thought
have
he
picked
was
up
out.
damage. Oh, very tight there
Oh.
by Rodo.
Rodo.
Makes little contact on the back.
There's Kieran is through again.
This is a very tight
Oh.
pack. It's only a matter of time before something goes wrong.
I hope we didn't jinx it just there.
Yeah, no.
A bit of sliding in the back.
Ooh, a little bit wide by Kieran again. I think he might be close to a
It's
time
done up
penalty.
the inside.
Oh, and around the outside, Rodo hangs onto it. Great defense.
Got that slingshot there with the.
Yeah, the camber.
It's a bit of banked corner, yeah.
Yeah. And Tonchak is moving in behind Booty. Let's watch him through the third sector under DRS.
Notice something, the camera shots, if you go to the, not the onboard, but the other camera, they're quite good.
Oh yeah, I just saw the helicopter, I saw that.
Yeah.
I'll get a few of those. So, down the main straight, 4.5 tenths the margin. Don has taken Rodo, and Rodo's not going to look to challenge that. Let's stick on board with Tonchak. Is he going to make a move for the race lead? No, he's not. He's going to stay where he is. Rodo and Don closing in.
Oh, Kieran is also looking. The overtake. But this is really close.
Yeah, Steve-O in absolute no man's land at the minute. 4 seconds in front and behind.
But he is in that podium position which Richie hopes for. It's quite. I'm quite surprised that they can follow so close behind each other on the street circuit. But
Don,
going for it again.
Up the inside, since he picks up a penalty. Kieran, switches back on the inside and gets it done, and Stubby's out.
The safety car.
Yes. It is, and I'm going to watch Spritzy as he drives past, and let's see. Oh, in that far wall. I mean, he's just lost it on the right-hander. Rear end will have stepped out on him. And it looks as though he's going around and smash into that wall.
Surprising place on Jeddah, because you can crash anywhere in this circuit, but I haven't seen much crashes in that corner. This is interesting now for the tire strategy, because I think the hards won't go that long. Jack is going in, doing the opposite. Steve-O is going in.
Wow, I do feel like it's quite early for the hards.
Yeah, I'm.
Kieran. No, and Kieran's picked up a penalty, so he'll have to serve 5 seconds later on. Yeah, half the drivers staying out, half the drivers coming in, so the grid will be shaken quite a lot come the end of this. And those three there, Cosmo, Schmidt and Riker, up several places.
I think because I did it in the Monday race without a safety car, I took the mediums for 15 laps. They were 80% at the end, so they were quite scary. And then it switched to the softs. But now you have a safety car for I don't know how many laps. Possibly 3, 2. And you can save a bit of the tire wear, and then it makes it easier to or go to the softs at the end or have better hards, because the tire wear difference here is quite high, quite big.
Just taking a look at some of the press room responses that we've got. Most guys saying that they do like this circuit. Fun is a word that keeps popping up, but not for Cosmo or for Spritzy. It scares Spritzy. The track scares him. And Cosmo finds it very tricky, and he doesn't really like it because he can't drive on his fair enough. Yeah, so Spritzy not a fan of this one, and I would suppose he's not a fan of the other street circuits, because surely, I mean, this is my favourite of the three.
Yeah, well, it's my favourite, but Singapore, I have some good memories from there. So Monaco, it's a challenge, but unfortunately I can't take the challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. Spritzy's main role is the weatherman in the team. Very good. Did Huss reply? Can we see the comparison? No, we can't. I don't think any teammates have compared, so we can't compare each other. Booty motivates the boys, but other than that, he's quite quiet. Wardy doesn't feel like he's contributed much to Ferrari. That's a shame.
But that's not the case in my opinion.
No,
I mean,
I agree. Not the case at all.
Because I mean, results aren't the only thing.
This is true.
If that's what they are talking about, I'm not sure.
Well, he says, I've had a disappointing point contribution to Ferrari this season, but he's hoping to push on and take some more risks. So I guess he's not happy where he is points-wise, which is obviously race form, but, you know, do things off track as well. And Matt just likes to score as many points as his teammate, and right now he's not doing that, but I'm sure come the end of the season, you know, he's in a good position in the championship anyway, so you'll probably stick with him for most of the season.
It's the first one you need to beat your teammate. Now we know both that we will have two of the fastest teammates in our division, so
we do, and we're similarly matched ourselves, so it's good competition between Ferrari and McLaren.
It is quite close, and then also Mercedes and Haas, to be fair. We don't need to forget Haas.
Yeah, we can't forget about those guys. The ones that have just seemingly burst onto the scene out of nowhere, and now they're challenging.
They have prepared for the new season and the new team. There they are. But, yeah, I'm only 13 points off the lead somehow. I'm in P5.
Well,
I'm quite surprised with that.
Anything can happen from now on, can't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll come back to that if we get another safety car. A few other questions, but those are the roles of the guys. Just in time as well, as the safety car peels away, and Booty will have the responsibility of backing up the pack and getting us away. So a recap then, those guys in P2, 3 and 4 have stayed out on medium, hard, so Riker is in a good position. Tunchek on the hards also not in a bad place, but let's see what Booty does. He's gone early.
Oh, he's gone. This is a good restart.
It is. He hasn't caught Cosmo napping, but he's got a decent margin. And Riker right in behind Schmidt. Is he going to go for a move? No, he's not.
Nope. Is he behind? Everyone else is following through.
Don't think anyone else is going for a move. No, they aren't. Everyone peels through turn 1.
Oh,
nice and
Riker, there he goes. Up the
he
inside.
gets it done. Very good. I missed that. I caught the tail end of it. And now Tunchek on those hards is looking to get Schmidt next. Spritzy's taking Dragos, and there's an issue. It's McLaren. Multiple cars.
Snitzy's survived.
Dragos has retired, and that's going to be a yellow flag. Is it going to be another safety car? No.
No.
Just a yellow flag. The Mercedes is out.
Stebo.
Unfortunate there, and Stebo loses the position to Puggy.
Interesting from Dave in the chat. He's saying Daniel stayed out, so the leader. Number 2 and 3 gone in. Also a lap 6 safety car. He pitted in lap 12 and he wins the race on better tires. Now this is an identical situation. But Booty stayed out in the lead and 2 and 3 came in. So if that's the case, we've got an interesting race.
Absolutely, and Stebo is looking to get that position back off Puggy. He's burning out his ERS. And they're going to the braking zone. Wheel to wheel and up the inside. Oh, they're still wheel to wheel. Gonna have to burn some more ERS. Neither wanting to give up the position. Puggy's going to be on the inside line for the braking zone. Don has taken Matt. I think Matt had actually taken Don and he's obviously taking it right back. And Stebo does get the move done. And Puggy has to concede.
Oh, Kieran. Around the outside of Matt. Good move. That was kind of a bit wide. Oh, but look at the gap of...
Through sector 1 he got that move done. I would have loved to catch that. A big pack of 5 cars there, heading into turn... Oh god, I don't even know.
It's easier to call part of the sector then, because
yeah, the hairpin. Let's just go with that.
it's a close pack in the middle here, and Booty is gone.
Yeah, wow, he really has 5 seconds. Well, nearly 5 seconds already. So he's checking out for the time being.
Haas overtaking.
Right, I've got a track map with me now, so that might make things a bit easier. This battle, Kieran, Don.
Switch.
Oh, and Don's clattered the wall on the right-hand side, trying to get around the AlphaTauri, which he does do. And Kieran's looking to go up the inside into the final braking zone. Puggy around the outside. DRS will be enabled, and that's Puggy losing 2 positions in 1 corner.
Yeah, he's struggling on those older harder tires. No, not a lot of new moves now as DRS is enabled.
Oh, twitch there from Don, and that's nearly opened the door for Kieran, but he's just been blocked off a little bit. So, again, I think Don's struggling. Fresh tyres. Matt taking Puggy as well. But they're fighting.
Rodo had to lift. Still has to lift. This is close.
Yeah, jousting backwards and forwards. Really deep there from Matt. Really deep. And Puggy won't be happy with that one. There's an issue in Sector 2. Who is it?
Oh, what's happening here?
Oh, and a squeeze.
Cosmo and Haas, I think it was.
Dear me.
Oh, and Cosmo's now...
Dear me, carnage on lap 11. People all over the place.
Yeah, it's very difficult to follow what's happening right now.
I've got Puggy and
It's
Rodo.
crazy. At the speeds.
I know, everything happens so fast, and all the corners look the same, so it's hard to even know what's going on. Surely, oh, there it is. Stebo moves up on Tunchak for the podium. Equal tyres.
And there comes Don again on Cosmo.
Overtakes happening all over the field.
Oh!
Oh!
That's
Him out, surely.
Kieran as well. And it's... Oh, Don is retired. Why is he retired?
No, did he?
Because he left the... He just said he left the session.
Oh, I missed that. Okay.
He just gave... he might have had...
He's coming into the pits. The safety car, virtual safety car, I think, is out.
That's a full safety car, I think. It says on the screens.
Oh yeah, I see that. I see that. Full course safety car. But to me, Don has come into the pit lane, and he's getting a front wing change.
Yeah, I hope he didn't disconnect in rage, like took out his internet cable or something.
Imagine. I mean, I'm looking. The telemetry seems like. I'm trying to make if this is like AI lineage. It looks a little bit AI, but if it's him, then, you know, I'm not trying to disrespect his driving, but I'm trying to suss this one out. We've got time anyway. So Schnitzy was caught up in that as well, I think, or it was at another McLaren. No, it can't have been Kieran.
Yeah, Kieran. Kieran was, yeah. He hasn't lost his wing,
Yeah, it was a big
This is also a good opportunity for Booty to switch to the hard tires.
Yeah, this would have been a good time for the medium runners. So as you say, yeah, Booty and Cosmo are in good places, but Booty particularly, he's going to take advantage of this with the big margin of 6 seconds that he's built up. Let's take a look at the position change.
Right,
so
also going in. Thibaut's in the lead then.
He is, yeah. So Booty comes out on the hards. Tonchek stays out, obviously.
Matt in P4. Surprising as well.
Yeah, the order completely shifted there after 2 safety cars.
Someone's also back in the race, Fritzy.
Wow, yes, indeed he is. I mean, he's on the medium, so he's going to have to pit again. But you never know. Another safety car in about 6 or 7 laps' time, and Spritzy will be in the money. So the top 6 on six-lap old hards, and then a few guys dispersed around, and then there's that pack of the boxes from Riker onward. So Steve in a good place, Tonchek in a good place, and he needs to bring home some good points for the team after that early DNF for his teammate.
Yep, and Steve has joined Ferrari 2 rounds ago. He already got a P2 and I think a P9 or 7. But he's looking for another podium position.
Yeah, and Gornick about as confused as I am about how Kieran got away with that one. It looked like a nasty collision, which is why I immediately thought it was Schnitzy because of how far back he was. But if Kieran's had that incident and he still finds himself in P6, and that's well, a lucky outcome really. In a great position, not needing to box necessarily. He has got that penalty though, which I believe is 5 seconds, so he'll serve that in the pit lane if he boxes for softs later on. And if not, it'll go into his time. It's now 2-0 apparently.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I just switched to it and I noticed it. And it's the 80th minute.
Oh, he scored just as he came on. No way. He was subbed on and he scored in the same minute.
It's crazy. The action from Kylian Mbappe there. Don't know if you see it on screen.
No, I don't have it on. I should.
Dribbles out 4 Moroccan players in the box. The shot got blocked, and that is why it got to another player. But yeah, it looks like France is going through.
Absolutely. I mean, it was expected, and it'll be one hell of a final.
That's true. I mean, I predicted before that World Cup started, Argentina will be in the final.
Nice.
I got the other one wrong, unfortunately. I thought the World Cup curse would have got France, but they definitely didn't.
I'm watching that goal back now. Mbappe. Oh, lovely footwork. Oh, and a nice little deflection on the way through. Commentating on the football now. What am I doing? I don't want to get distracted. I will be focusing on the race, but what else can you ask for under a safety car? Some World Cup football.
True. I mean, it's a practice on both. Keeping guys updated by watching the race.
Exactly. So the heading round turn 13, the hairpin. Know it now. And it may well be in this lap, so we'll keep our eyes on that. Stebo will get us away. Behind Tonchek, Huss, Matt and Rodo. So that top 6 changing slightly from the beginning of the race. Obviously Tonchek was on pole, so he's the only guy dropped, but some decent gains, especially Matt, and obviously focusing tonight on Kieran with it being his debut. So, and he's in my team, not trying to be biased, but always good for a new guy to get to score some points, which he'll do as it stands.
Also for Snitsy, the other McLaren, he was 50 seconds behind. He's now back in the race as well, which is good to see.
Absolutely. So let's get on board with Steve-O, the Ferrari driver, your teammate.
Yep.
Oh, he did hit the wall, which isn't ideal. But he's going to get us away. Is he going to go as early as Bootley did last time? Not quite as early, no. He's gone now,
there he goes. Good reaction. Because Huss's wake. Rodo is also... So Matt is losing a lot of positions.
Nearly 3 wide.
Oh.
There's going to be contact.
Oh, it's Kieran. Yeah. Spritzy and Musa Booty then.
Yeah, I think so.
Ooh. The Kieran, unfortunately,
Yeah, bless
caught
him.
it up in it as well.
It was always bold going 3 wide there. And Cosmo, I think, has just completely cut the circuit.
Yeah.
He's lost a position.
Good move from Wardy.
So action on the restart.
Foggy. A lot happening. Oh, Huss.
Huss is
Huss
taking
is
some. He's going for the race lead. Oh my goodness, Huss up 2 places just like that, and he's taking the lead of the race.
Stevo has wing damage. Stevo has wing damage.
That must be off the contact with the wall on the safety car finish.
Yeah, because he's losing a lot of time now.
He's got Rodo flying up. Yeah, Stevo.
Oh,
Big,
so
big damage.
unfortunate.
Spritzy next to try and make a move on him. After,
Booty.
sorry, Matt first.
He's gonna sneak through. Spritzy. And here's Matt. I think last time we raced here, it was 2 seasons ago, Haas won the race as well in this division, so loving a street track, but check is fighting him.
That.
Yep.
And Matt moves up on Stevo, and he's got the move done, as does Booty. And Stevo does pit.
Yeah, so he will go to the mediums again, I think. Try to gain. Oh, Matt and Booty. Booty up. Position. Raika is also in this race. Huggy is also in.
Oh, and another penalty for Kieran. Unfortunately, that's 8 seconds for him now. And that one cannot be taken away. So it's gone from looking like a good result to possibly not the greatest. He's still well inside the points. But obviously those time penalties could hamper him quite badly at the end of the race if there's another safety car.
Yeah. I think it's a... yeah. Not a lot of track limit penalties. I'm quite surprised actually, because track limits are quite harsh around this track.
Absolutely. I'd be surprised if I don't get any tomorrow. I'll try not to, but very difficult. So the closest gap then, we've got Wardy looking to move around Riker. He's enabling ERS, possibly going to just wait. And Riker the same on Spritzy. He's looked up the inside, they've made contact and just get away from it. It was a late move.
Yeah, and also looking for the overtake. Using a lot of ERS though. But I'm quite surprised to watch Booty because he's on the fresher tires and he's closing in. Not to jinx him though, because he's did it last time as well.
Inorganic saying, be careful to anyone that hits Kieran in the back or his mother will track you down, and no one wants that.
No,
I don't
know, but I don't want angry mothers.
Yeah.
Angry mothers
No one wants that. Absolutely no one wants that. We've got coming out of turn 13 in the run through 14, 15, 16. Now that I've got them up, I can start remembering these. Between a Ferrari and a Red Bull, and he's got a way better exit, and he's got a lot of time to get a move done. So DRS is open. He's not going to get it done. It looks like that Red Bull's got some great straight line speed.
He moved up to P3 in the meantime.
Yes. And again, another good exit by
goes.
Wardy. He's got to make a move. Go on, son.
They both use it. I think.
Oh, in contact on the exit.
Oh, again another Ferrari there.
He stays out, so no damage.
Yeah, now he does have wing damage, but I'm not sure why he stayed out then.
2 Red Bulls battling each other, one on mediums, the other on hards. One much fresher than the other. So Booty in the best position tyre-wise. He does not have to go in again. Well, no one has to go in again, but he definitely doesn't have to go in again.
And he can push on those tyres. Cosmo.
Ooh, snap there by Matt. And that allows Kieran the pass. So Kieran back up to P7 after that incident. Only 1 place down from where he was in the last safety car.
3 wide in the hairpin. No, not anymore, as Wardy's losing a lot of positions. It's unfortunate. He's
Oh,
struggling
wide.
there.
Schnitzy is taking Wardy. Yes, he has. He's got the move done. And Booty closing in behind Tonchak for P2.
Ooh. Then a Cosmo almost crashed on the, in a straight line. Freefall also having a good race in P9.
Yeah, that is a good return.
And he
He'll
doesn't
score some
hasn't
points.
yeah, he hasn't scored any, so let's see.
Booty very
The front
low.
is getting close.
Yeah, Booty very low on ERS though. The others have quite a lot left. He's nearly out, so that might be his pace capped off. But as those tyres die off over the next 6 laps, you never know. In fact, he's going to go for a move potentially on Tonchak. No, he doesn't. Dips back inside.
And so
Very,
this
very wide.
at the corner a bit.
Yellow
Someone has
flag.
crashed.
Riker.
It's
I think.
Riker.
Yeah. No damage by the looks of things. Just a spin. A bit of runoff in that section of track, so lucky for him. And he hasn't picked anyone up in the process. So that gap from Spritzy now found himself in P5 after starting in P18. So very good for him.
His tire wear, that's a problem.
Very true, yeah. Very true. He's going to have to box, I think, soon. Well, he might. You know, he might go for it.
Oh, Booty the wall.
Damage?
Slight tap. No, I can't see physical damage on the screen, but
Oh,
he might have.
and so does Rodo. Big bounce off the wall there. I'd be surprised if that was no damage. And then he went into the other side.
Doesn't give. I can't see any damage on the front wing, but Tonchak going for it then. Is Haas playing the DRS game? I think he is.
Keeping it nice and tidy, the pair of them. No contact. Good racing.
There's a DRS. Oh, and there's a DRS.
Neither of them have
Crossed it.
DRS, right?
Yeah.
How's that?
Crossed it at the same time, maybe.
Really? Wow. I mean, it must be. Wow. Crazy.
Oh, Kieran up.
Yeah, Kieran
P5.
past Spritzy, who will be struggling on those mediums now.
Oh, it's a collision in Tonchak. Booty. But
no.
Tonchak spun.
Oh, and Kieran's
It's
been
taking out
collected.
Kieran. That's a very dangerous rejoin.
I'd kind of caught it, but I also kind of didn't.
Yeah, I
Tonchak
noticed
picks
it
up a
on-
penalty. Ah, Kieran was riding so
So
high there. He's just had no luck tonight.
Everyone's after
Matt
it.
and Spritzy have come together at the hairpin. No, at the exit
Oh
of
yeah,
sector
it's
1.
disaster. A lot is happening right now.
Matt has rejoined the
Spritzy wing
track.
damage as well. So free falls. Smith is up to P4. He could even get a podium here.
Wow, yes. Look at those. 4, 5, and 6 up 10 places from the start. And 3,
Schnitzy
4
up in
obviously had
P7.
that disaster at the start as well, putting him last.
Oh, here's Cosmo.
Yeah, and Schnitzy, who was last at the safety car restart.
Yeah.
Now finds himself up
He's
in
back
P7.
into it. Yeah, I'm the chief steward, so I think I will see a lot of reports coming for that action.
Oh, and
Who's
tight
the
there. The Mercedes could have looked to switch it back, but he knew the McLaren was in behind him. Free fall is a sitting duck here with the 2 drivers behind him using DRS. And Schnitzy could go for a double overtake into turn 1. Around the outside, looks to switch back, a little bit of contact.
Oh, and Riker out of nowhere.
Still side by side. Goes deep, goes wide, goes off the track, and he's ditched him.
Riker behind.
But he gives him the position.
Snitchy's
back.
letting him past.
Yeah, he should have really given that position, and he did. So good driving from those guys. Riker sniffing around behind.
A lot of guys now going in. But Stevo is back into P10 because of all these collisions.
Yeah, big
He's
gaps
gaining.
opening up mostly around here, apart from the guys in the midfield.
Booty going for it. There's no ERS though.
Yeah, a couple of guys in the chat. Richie, a lot more going wrong here than last night. Yeah, I had the race on last night at the same time as the match. Didn't see it all, but yeah, not an awful lot went wrong. Yes, you're right, Brian. A few things are reported, and in organic, so unlucky. Kieran, yes, Kieran was doing very well, as we've highlighted him quite a lot tonight, and he's had at least 2 or 3 incidents that wasn't his fault, been caught up. So very, very unfortunate for him. But, you know, you learn from these things, I suppose. Meanwhile, Cosmo's past Schnitzy. Schnitzy's past Cosmo.
And Smith is also, what is the penalty? 3 seconds. Rodo has 3-second time penalty, so Smith is closing in on that P3. I think Williams had a difficult time as well in the championship. Not sure, but it's quite surprising. That's the street track, of course.
Exactly, and I mean 2 safety cars isn't too bad, but just a lot of individual incidents. We've got Booty right behind Huss, challenge for the race lead, just as I looked at the right time, and he's got DRS through the middle sector. Huss just stays ahead. It's a difficult place to overtake. He's got it done, and he's got it done, and he's got DRS.
He has no ERS.
Yeah, that was what I mentioned earlier, actually. So Huss does have something to attack with, and he's going to have DRS. So I think Huss is going to make the move going into turn 1. But hey, that wasn't a bad exit by Booty on those fresher tyres.
If he can gain now that he's ahead, might go away. Spritzy is dropping for some positions. I'm guessing he's near puncture range now. 15 laps on the mediums is quite long.
Yeah, it is. It really is. He's got to finish the race now, though. He's got to commit.
Yeah. Haas is losing though to Booty.
Yeah, that gap already opening up, and that's going to put Rodo in a good position, and Booty's gone.
Oh!
Damage as well.
Close to Smith. That almost took out Smith, but it's just so unfortunate. I mean, I was telling you before, he was so unlucky, and he was so close this time. I literally thought about it 5 seconds before it happened. I thought like, wow, he's finally in the lead and he's gaining. Then again,
just pushed
it is all changed up. Now Haas is in the prime position again.
Absolutely, and Rodo is also in a great position to make a move. It would be wise to just stay back and get DRS, which he has done. And he might make a move for the lead of the race going into turn 1. Booty only down to P4, but he picked up damage, so it's going to be a balance between whether he wants to come in or just stay out. He's probably best to just stay out and deal with it. Yep. Huss squeezes Rodo up against the wall. And Rodo's going to get his elbows out here after that. Surely he doesn't. And Huss holds on to the lead.
Helping Smith.
Let's check the penalties. 3 seconds, so Huss will be aware of the 3-second time penalty. But
Smith is closing in.
Yeah, Rodo needs to get ahead. Otherwise, Smith's going to take that position off him on penalties.
Spritzy's really holding on with all tires and part of his front wing missing, but switch back to the front then. He doesn't have any penalties as well, so the 2 cars behind would lose out to them if you can just stay ahead or stay within the penalty range. Smith is now really closing in. It's only 1 lap after this. But will we see a change in the results?
Yeah, he's well inside of that window now. 2 seconds he would have to drop. You never know though, on the final lap he could pick up a penalty himself. Rodo again going to get the rear wing open. Is he going to move
it's Spritzy, Body and Matt fighting, and they were 3 wide and almost going all off track, but switching back to Rodo. Raikko's going for it.
Yeah, Matt passed Spritzy as well. Wardy up to P10, Spritzy down 2 positions. But Spritzy back past Matt under DRS. And now Matt back past Spritzy into the braking zone. Spritzy goes deep.
18 lap old mediums.
Go on, Spritzy. Keep those mediums going. And he gets it done. He squeezes him. But he gets it done in the end. Really struggling. Really struggling.
But we're entering the final sector almost of the race.
Yeah, I've got my eyes on those front 3 drivers, but it looks as though Matt's going to get this done. Spritzy really struggling on every corner exit now. I'll go back to the race leaders just to make sure we're not going to miss anything up there. Under DRS, we're about to see Rodo.
Can Rodo help Smith maybe a bit?
Yeah, possibly. Obviously, it won't matter for him, but yeah, as you say, he could change the outcome. And he doesn't. It looks like Huss is going to come across, unless he gets a good exit. Huss is going to get to the line first. Very close, but after the 3 seconds, Rodo drops down. So Huss wins the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix for Aston Martin, in behind Schmidt and Rodo. Booty next across the line. Riker, Schnitzy, Freefall and Cosmo. Freefall gaining positions on, I believe, Cosmo on penalties.
Yep, and a good result from him. Schnitzy just about lost out to Riker on penalties.
Ferrari,
Rodo again.
Yeah, Ferrari P9 and P10. The Red Bull Matt P11. Spritzy held out on those mediums. Finished only 8/100ths behind Matt on 19 lap old mediums. I mean, they must have been on the brink of puncture. So
I guess so.
Brings it home. Kieran, after very unfortunate race, P13. It's points on debut, but it's absolutely not the points that he would have hoped for.
Yeah. Dad is in the chat saying, I finished in 12, so stop giving me grief for my driving. That's
Puggy, P14 next across. Tonchek in P15. So a very difficult race for him.
For Alfa Romeo as well.
Exactly, yeah, considering their standings. France have won 2-0. Riker gets driver of the day in this particular session. So that wraps it up, and that's it for the winter break. Apart from tomorrow night, obviously, but that's it for Championship for 3 weeks. We've got a full 2-week break, picking up on the 3rd Wednesday. What's that date? Do we know? Do we have it, or should I find it?
I think it's the 4th of January.
Can't find it. So
I might be wrong.
No, I think you're right. Actually,
yeah, I'm not there, so
mate, I know. If I had £1 for every time you told me that.
Yeah, I don't know if the viewers knew.
Yeah.
Announce it.
So Aston Martin on the top step. Yes, Richie, see you in Monaco next time, in a few weeks' time. I don't have time for interviews tonight, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to end this here. And plus, we'd have to switch over to the PlayStation. So we'll suss that out in weeks to come. We've got a nice break to try and figure all that out. Seemed like the audio went well tonight. So this might be the best way forward. There's the race standings then. Let's get the full table. Huss, Schmidt and Rodo on the podium. So a good haul, especially for Rodo, who will probably extend his championship lead. The DNFers, Dragos, Stubby and Dino. So really not ideal for Alfa Romeo tonight at all. Don, disappointing down in P16. His worst result of the season aside from any DNFs and DNSs. And we've already touched on Kieran, Spritzy, Mega on those mediums. And everyone else will be quite pleased, I would imagine, with the results, especially Freefall, people like that who started at the back.
And Snitsy, a good result as well.
Absolutely.
Cosmo.
Right.
I want to say a lot of disappointment maybe from the leaders, but or the leaders in the championship, but good result from underdogs, you could say.
Yeah, absolutely. So 5 races down of 12. So again, nearing the halfway stage. And as we've already said, 3 weeks off. So plenty of time for the drivers to prepare for Monaco and Singapore. I haven't done a single lap around Monaco. So that'll be interesting next week to get that, well, the next few weeks to get that time in. But that's been it from us. So I'm glad you've joined us tonight, Luke. And have a nice time if I don't speak to you before that.
You too.
And I'll see you back in Singapore for round 6, and I'll be on my own next time in round 5.
6 and 7. No,
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're right.
but I will be back in Singapore.
Cool. Right, good stuff. Cheers for watching, everyone. We'll see you when we see it.